Hello, this is Mitch King with the Sunday night, November 23rd Daily Stock Report. This is Citigroup on the daily chart with the Warden Brothers. Clearly see the ideal situation with the chart pattern with increasing volume, accelerating, and a exponentially decreasing stock price. Can you believe Citibank hit $3.05 right here? Here's the low of Citibank at $3.05 on Friday. I just couldn't pass that up and bought it literally right around 310, 305. Stock moved up to about $4. Let's take a look at some of these other financial stocks. By the way, Citibank did reach a deal with the U.S. government where they'll take their toxic assets and put it into what they call a bad bank, which is taking the bad assets and putting in this bank separate from their good quality assets. They're going to inject up to $300 billion into Citigroup. So this stock should really move and ignite the other financial stocks. Here's Wells Fargo, same pattern, increasing volume, an accelerating drop in the stock price. This is probably considered one of the strongest banks in the country. I also bought this stock as well. Let's take a look at Goldman Sachs. It's not quite as good of a stock chart, but it should rebound with the others. Let's take a look at Bank of America's stock chart as well. It's starting to move up, really nice volume increase. I'm really thinking 2 or 3 days on this group. This group will move up a little longer and further than the other sectors. But if we look at some of the stocks on the charts on Thursday night's report, here's FCX. Let's take a look at Monsanto. These are agricultural stocks. Here's Mosaic. Here's the insurance group. It should have a little pop. That was Hartford. Here's Prudential, looking like this could move up for a couple days, several days as well. Let's take a look at MetLife. Really pretty good looking charts. Let's take a look at some of the oil stocks. Here's the Chinese PetroChina stock. Let's look at Chevron. Don't see much more than a couple days up on this at the most before we see a little pullback. ExxonMobil. This had a big rebound of over 10% on Friday, which is pretty unusual. And ConocoPhillips up 12%, British Petroleum up 10%. Let's take a look, move on to Walmart, maybe a little more up tomorrow. We're clearly on a sharp downtrend that I don't think is going to be broken by this little rebound here. It's very likely that we'll see a couple days up, maybe a few, maybe even to Friday, which is after Thanksgiving, a half-day trading, which tends to be really positive, really bullish. I would imagine we're going to get some selling into next week, of which I'll look for short sales. The coal stocks did quite well, percentage-wise here, of 14% right in here. This is Foundation Coal. Here's Arch Coal. I didn't have on the list PCX, but it did respond quite well with a 27% rebound. It's a very low price stock, hit 540 and then moved up to 680, which is more than that 27%. These low prices, those low price stocks tend to rebound quite a bigger percentage. Let's take a look at First Solar. Okay, they're starting to move up here. Didn't respond super well, but SOLF really moved. Very low price, speculative stock. Evergreen Solar. CSIQ is Canadian Solar here. So we're getting some movement. We can have 2 or 3 days up, and I'd be looking for reducing your long position in the next day or two, maybe 3 days. If we have a bullish day all the way through Wednesday, certainly or toward the close of Wednesday, I'd probably hold for the half day after Thanksgiving Thursday, because that's usually a bullish day, but it's at least very volatile. I'm going to show you this indicator called the Smart Money, Dumb Money Confidence. It's very similar to the Volatility Index comparison and the S&P 500. Now what you're looking for here, this red line represents a rating scale, which I believe is 13, means 13% of the dumb money, the group of people they consider dumb money, which is usually retail investors, is 13% are bullish, and the smart money is 71% of that group is bullish. And when that spread is really big between each other, between here and here, the wider the spread, the more chance of that we have a temporary bottom. So that's the same sort of logic as I show in the VIX and looking at the SKF, looking at this SKF here, as the market goes up tomorrow, we should see this come down, and the more that comes down, the more bullish, the more the market has been going up. So I do watch all these indicators on days where the market is extreme oversold and looking for bounces. I just use a lot of different things for evidence, which I've been teaching you could give you a clue of what the market's going to do the next following days. Normally we're not forecasting for such a short term, but again, as you've heard me say that over and over, short-term trading is what's been working well, not the long-term positions buy and hold. You guys have a great day tomorrow, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.